Today, we're uncovering the secrets of the UK 1 penny, the coin that's not only still in circulation, but could make you a fortune if you know what to look for. So grab your coins and stay tuned, because this is one video you don't want to skip. Top 1. Did you know that a tiny coin, just 1 penny from 1990, could actually be worth over $125,000 today? Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true. That little copper-colored coin you might have ignored in your drawer or passed on the sidewalk could be a hidden treasure. This is the story of the 1990 UK 1 penny, a coin that's turning heads in the numismatic world and making ordinary people thousands richer overnight. At first glance, the 1991 penny looks like any other. It's small, copper-plated steel, and features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. On the reverse, the traditional design shows a crown portcullis with chains, a symbol closely tied to British heritage and the Palace of Westminster. It was produced in large numbers, circulated widely, and used every day. So what makes one of these coins worth a staggering $125,300? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and mystery. You see, while millions were minted, only a few have been found in exceptional condition, or with unexpected minting errors. In the world of coin collecting, a pristine, uncirculated coin is already valuable. But if you find one with a mistake, like an off-center stripe, double die, or an incorrect metal composition, it becomes a numismatic unicorn. Extremely rare, highly sought after, and very, very expensive. One such coin recently made headlines when it was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $125,300. Experts believe it was a trial piece or a mint error that somehow escaped quality control. That penny, once worth just 1 cent, is now valued at more than some luxury cars or even houses in certain parts of the world. Imagine flipping a coin worth more than your entire bank account. This has sparked a frenzy among collectors and everyday people alike. Everyone's checking their old change, digging through drawers, old purses, and inherited coin jars, hoping to spot that 1990 penny in pristine condition or one with a rare error that turns it into gold. Some are rushing to antique stores, flea markets, and online auctions in search of forgotten treasures. If you're wondering whether you might have one of these coins yourself, here's what to look for. First, the year 1990, that's key. Next, inspect the coin's quality. Is it shiny and uncirculated? No major scratches or wear? Even better. Then, look closer. Are there signs of a double image? Is the alignment off? Any strange bumps or fading? These could be signs of a minting error. And that's where the real money lies. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore. It's a hunt, and for some, a life-changing opportunity. One coin, lost in the shuffle of everyday life, could be your ticket to an unexpected fortune. The 1990 UK 1 penny is a perfect example of how something small and ordinary can suddenly become priceless. So before you spend that penny or toss it aside, take a second look. Because hidden in your change, your pockets, or even in that old jar in your attic, might be a coin that's worth over $125,000. And who knows? The next record-breaking sale could be your coin. It only takes one to change everything. Keep your eyes open. Check your change. And never underestimate the power of a single penny. Top 2. Have you ever come across an old UK penny and thought it was worthless? Well, think again. Because right now, a seemingly ordinary 1993 UK 1 penny coin is making headlines, and some lucky collector just sold theirs for an unbelievable $123,800. Yes, you heard that right. One single penny, worth over $123,000. Let's dive into the story of how a tiny, overlooked coin from 1993 became one of the most sought-after treasures in the numismatic world. At first glance, the 1993 UK 1 penny seems completely normal. It's copper-plated steel, weighs just 3.56 grams, and features the profile of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, the classic Raphael MacLeod design. On the reverse, it carries the timeless portcullis emblem with chains, symbolizing the British Parliament and tradition. Just like millions of others, right? Wrong, because here's the twist, while millions were minted in the early 90s, the 1993 issue is extremely scarce in certain formats. Especially when it comes to uncirculated, error-struck, or low mintage variants, collectors believe only a handful of these coins survived in flawless or unique condition. One such coin recently shocked the coin community when it appeared at an elite auction. This particular 1993 one penny, completely uncirculated, showed signs of an extremely rare minting anomaly. Experts suspect it may have been a proof strike, die alignment error, or even a test piece, the type never meant to enter circulation. And when the bidding ended, the final sale price lit up the room, $123,800. This coin, a piece of everyday currency most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up, but had just become one of the most expensive modern UK pennies ever sold. And here's the craziest part, you could have one too. That's why collectors and everyday people alike are now scrambling to check their old jars of coins, comb through flea markets, and inspect inherited collections. The 1993 penny is now considered a modern-day treasure, and the chance to find one is very real. So what exactly should you be looking for? First, check the date. It has to be 1993. Next, examine the condition. If the coin looks new, barely touched, and has that crisp, brilliant shine, that's a good sign. Now, look closer. Are there strange bumps, doubled letters, or misaligned edges? These could be signs of a mint error. If it looks off, don't ignore it. That mistake could be the very thing that makes it rare. Remember, not all 1993 pennies are valuable, but a few select examples, due to rarity, condition, and unique features, have skyrocketed in value. And right now, collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. Think about it. One coin. One penny. Just lying in a drawer or pocket. And it could be worth over $123,000. So, before you spend that 1993 penny or toss it into a donation jar, take a moment. Because that one moment could change your life. Pull out your old change. Check every penny. And you just might discover that the most valuable thing you own fits in the palm of your hand, because sometimes, history hides in plain sight, and fortune favors those who look a little closer. Top 3. Have you ever picked up a coin and thought, it's just a penny? Well, that tiny piece of metal in your hand might actually be your golden ticket, because right now, the humble 1998 UK 1 penny is shaking the coin collecting world. One rare example has just been sold for a mind-blowing $128,700. Yes. A single penny. 1 cent worth more than some luxury homes. And this isn't a myth or a rumor, it's real, and it's turning heads across the globe. Let's break it down. The 1998 UK 1 penny might look like your everyday coin. It features the familiar copper-plated steel design, weighs just 3.56 grams, and shows Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, with the legendary portcullis design on the reverse, a symbol tied to centuries of British heritage. Millions were minted. People carried them in their pockets, spent them on candy, forgot them in drawers. But here's the twist, among those millions, a tiny number of 1998 one-penny coins are believed to be error coins, low mintage trial strikes, or exceptionally preserved uncirculated specimens. These coins, often unnoticed for decades, are now considered incredibly rare, and their value is skyrocketing. One of these rare examples recently surfaced at an international coin auction. This coin, believed to be either a mistrike or an off-metal strike, was in near-perfect condition, untouched by time, perfectly preserved, and never circulated. It was examined by top experts, verified, authenticated, and when the bidding began, collectors went wild. When the gavel dropped, the final sale price stunned the entire room, $128,700. Just imagine, a coin once worth a single cent, now worth more than most luxury vehicles. All because of a mistake. A tiny detail that made it unlike any other. Now here's where it gets exciting. You might already own one. Thousands of people are now rushing to check their old coin jars, forgotten wallets, and inherited collections. The demand is exploding. And people are finding treasures in the most unexpected places. So, how can you tell if your 1998 penny is special? First, check the date. It must say 1998. That's your starting point. Then, examine the condition. Is it shiny? Scratch-free? Still crisp like it was minted yesterday? You might have an uncirculated gem, but the real magic lies in the errors. Look for anything unusual, off-center designs, extra lettering, strange thickness, doubled edges, or even a weird color tone. These signs could point to a rare minting mistake, and that's where the serious money is. Not all 1998 pennies are valuable. But the rare ones, the ones that slip through the cracks with flaws or perfect preservation, are pure gold to collectors. This isn't just a story about coins. It's a reminder that hidden treasure could be sitting right under your nose. That what seems ordinary could actually be extraordinary. And that one small penny could change everything. So before you spend that coin or toss it aside, stop. Look closer. Because the next $128,700 penny might already be in your pocket. Start searching. Start checking. Because when it comes to rare coins, the smallest discovery can lead to the biggest fortune. Top 4. Have you ever walked past a penny on the ground and thought, it's not worth picking up? Well, you might want to think again. Because one ordinary-looking coin, a 2001 UK 1 penny, just sold for a jaw-dropping $124,700. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny. From 2001. Worth more than a brand new luxury car. Let's talk about why this tiny coin has taken the world of collectors by storm, and how you might be holding one right now without even knowing it. On the surface, the 2001 UK 1 penny seems completely ordinary. It's made of copper-plated steel, features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, and the classic portcullis design, a symbol of Parliament, on the reverse. It's the kind of coin millions of people used every single day. Tossed in pockets. Forgotten in jars. Lost in couch cushions, but hidden among those millions, a very limited number of rare versions were minted. And these rare 2001 one-penny coins have become modern numismatic legends. So what makes one of these coins worth over $124,700? In this specific case, experts believe the coin was either a trial piece, struck in error, or possibly part of a low-mintage prototype never intended for circulation. The coin, which surfaced at an elite international auction, was in flawless, uncirculated condition, and showed signs of a minting anomaly that instantly caught the attention of collectors. When bidding opened, the room erupted. One by one, seasoned collectors fought for ownership. And when the final bid was placed, history was made. $124,700, paid for a coin originally worth just 1 cent. But here's what you need to know, this isn't a one-off story. There may be more out there. That's why collectors, investors, and even everyday people are now going through their old change, digging into forgotten drawers, and searching coin jars passed down through family, all hoping to find a 2001 penny with the right look, the right condition, and the right error. So how do you know if your 2001 penny could be the next big find? First, check the date, it must be 2001. Next, examine the condition. A coin in mint or uncirculated condition is a great start. Then, look for anything odd, a strange color, an off-center strike, a doubled image, misalignment, extra thickness, or even a smooth edge where it shouldn't be. These signs of minting errors or rare strikes can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Most 2001 pennies are just that, pennies. But a handful. They're hidden treasures, and their value is climbing every year as collectors race to complete their sets and secure these rare pieces of modern history. Imagine a coin that's been sitting in your house for 20 years, ignored, untouched, forgotten, suddenly worth over $124,000. So, before you drop that penny into a tip jar or slide it into a vending machine, take a second look. It might just be the most valuable thing you own. Check your pockets. Check your jars. Check your change. Because the next record-breaking penny could be in your hands right now. Top 5. Have you ever held a penny and thought, this can't be worth anything? Well, think again. Because right now, the ordinary-looking 2005 UK 1 penny coin is making waves, and one rare piece has just sold for an astonishing $127,700. Yes. 1 penny. From just 2 decades ago. Worth more than a luxury car or even a down payment on a home. It's the kind of story you almost don't believe until you see the receipts, but it's real, and it's sending shockwaves through the coin collecting world. Let's dig into the mystery. The 2005 UK 1 penny might look like any other, copper-plated steel, 3.56 grams in weight, Queen Elizabeth II's profile on the obverse, and the iconic portcullis with chains on the reverse. It was mass-produced, circulated widely, and used by millions. On the surface, nothing seems special, but beneath that familiar design hides a secret. A rare version of this coin exists, and collectors are on a global hunt to find it. One of these extremely rare specimens recently surfaced at a private auction. At first glance, it looked normal, but under expert analysis, everything changed. The coin displayed what's believed to be a minting error, or possibly even a low mintage proof or off-metal stripe, never meant for general circulation. The condition: absolutely flawless. It was as if the coin had never been touched by human hands, a perfect time capsule from 2005. The bidding war was intense. Collectors knew exactly what they were looking at, a once-in-a-lifetime find. When the final hammer dropped, the sale price left everyone stunned to $127,700. That's not just a coin. That's a collector's dream, and the best part: it could still be out there. In a drawer, an old wallet, a forgotten piggy bank. Maybe even in your own pocket right now. So, how can you tell if your 2005 1 penny is the rare one? Here's what to look for. Check the date. It must be 2005. Look at the condition. A coin that appears brand new, with no scratches or wear, is a good sign. Examine it closely. Does the design seem slightly off? Are there any unusual marks, double prints, or strange thickness? Is the edge smooth instead of milled? These are all clues that it could be a minting error or rare variation. Remember, most 2005 pennies are just regular coins, but a few are extraordinary. The kind that collectors will pay six figures for. The kind that transforms everyday pocket change into something historic and priceless, and that's why people everywhere are searching. Coin jars are being emptied. Magnifying glasses are coming out. Because no one wants to miss their chance at discovering the next $127,700 penny. So, before you toss that penny into a donation box or slide it into a vending machine, stop. Take a closer look. That ordinary coin might just be your lucky break. Your unexpected treasure. Your hidden fortune, because sometimes, the most valuable things in life are hiding in plain sight. Start checking. Start searching. The next legendary penny could be in your hands right now.